It never comes up on mine straight away. You've always started with by the time mine comes up, and I could get.
That's my mum chatting in the background, by the way, just in case you're wondering. Let's just see if we're live in the right place to start with, shall we?
On my phone.
Let's have a little look. Yeah, looks like we are, so that's good. Okay, fabulous.
Cool.
So if you are joining me live, welcome and happy Thursday. Hi Sally, and as Sally's just done, if you want to say hi in the chat, that would be amazing. And if you're watching on the replay, if you're watching in Facebook, then do put something in the chat again and say hi, that would be lovely. And if you're watching in YouTube, oh that's good Sally, glad about that. If you're watching on YouTube on the replay, this is a live recorded monthly card club which has been transferred over to YouTube from Facebook Live. So there's a bit of back and forth chatter as I'm chatting with people who are putting things in the comments, and we do have a bit of a delay with the start because it's always good to hang on while people are joining me. So rather than getting straight into it, I always kind of hang on for a bit and let people catch up. So Sally's found her lottery ticket, which is fabulous. That's really good. Glad to hear that. Can see there's a couple of other people joining. Numbers are going up. So if you're joining live, do say hi in the chat. I'd love to know who is here. That's wonderful. Meanwhile, I'm just going to get my tea to the right place. How is everybody? Hi, Carolyn. Hi, Bernie.
I'd have to swap some bits through.
Numbers still going up. How's everybody managing January? Is everybody as skint as we are? Because we seem to have had an awful lot of bills already this year and it's barely even started. I'm quite ready for February, frankly. Definitely ready for payday tomorrow, that's for sure. Hi Liz, hi. Hi Marion. Wonderful, wonderful. Numbers climbing, this is good stuff. Okay, wonderful. Brilliant. I've got a new laptop from work, which is what I always have on the side to make sure that what I think I'm transmitting really is what I'm transmitting. And it seems to have a bit of a delay on it, so this is going to be fun. We will see. Let's turn it off and turn it back on again, and let's see. There we go. Yeah, Bernie, you're right. January is always a long, dreary month. You are absolutely right. Miserable. Although, it started off with our fence blowing down, and this week we've got a brand new fence put up, and it is beautiful, let me tell you. I've never been so proud of concrete posts and lovely wooden panels before. I frankly can't wait for spring so I can get out there and paint it because it looks amazing. I'm really, really pleased with it, although it's cost us an arm and a leg, but hey ho. Anyway, okay, got loads to get through tonight, so I think the numbers seem to have stabilised a little bit. So if you're still joining us, do say hi in the chat. But I thought it would be a good time to get started now. So let's start off with as you probably have realised by now, as we are nearly at the end of January, this catalogue, the mini, is now live and you can order from it online or in person from me if you're willing to come over and collect. And for every £45 you spend, you can also order something free of charge and of your choice from the Celebration catalogue as well. So if you're ordering online, you just put your order in like normal, and then when you get to the end it will say you have freebies, and then it will give you a list of all the currently available free products. And there's everything from stamp sets to paper, dies, ribbon, bling, something for everybody. So really exciting. So for January, February, March and April, which is as long as this catalogue is live for, we're going to be using sweets from this catalogue. So we're not going to go back to the main annual catalogue until the end of April. That we probably will still be using a few products here and there that are from the main catalogue, but the main sweets that I'm going to be focusing on are from the mini. And as I did last year, we're going to have a sweet a month, so focusing on one sweet per month, And we'll also have Sweet Share, so the product offer where you can get a share of the products without having to buy full packs of everything at a discounted rate every month as well. So all of that will go hand in hand. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, then get on my mailing list and you will see all the emails coming through every Monday with all the offers and all the updated information on workshops and such like. So we've got Coffee Club once a month, we've got this one, Monthly Card Club once a month, and then there's a few ad hoc other in-person workshops running as well. And next Thursday, I'm also running a kit together. So you can join me live during the day in person here at my house. You don't need to bring anything other than your purse with you. And I have lots of kits here, and you can pay per card for however many you want to make while you're having tea and biscuits and chatting to me, and I'll be making alongside you. Or you can join me in the evening and I'll be doing a kit together in the evening as well online. So probably here in Facebook actually. So if you want to join in online instead and you've got a kit ready to make up, then we can do that together and I can show you a couple of the new kits. But if you're going to join either morning or evening, if you could let me know during the next week, that'd be really helpful, so that I know how many to expect at each session. That would be wonderful. Thank you. Okay, so tonight we're going to be using, and all through January we've been using, the Be Mine suite, which, let's show you a picture, that's better, has loads of little bumblebees and love hearts and pretty spring kind of colours, and is perfect for Valentine's Day primarily, but also for birthdays, just because, get well soon, all those kind of things really. The images are really transferable, I think, across a variety of different kind of themes of cards and stuff. So yeah, so should be good fun. So we've got 3 card projects to make tonight from the kits that you've received in the post, and then we've also got a little 3D project tonight as well. We've also got, hopefully you've found your raffle tickets, because we've got raffle prizes tonight as well. And the raffle prizes I'm actually going to show you at the beginning tonight, because they're all packs of paper. So I want you to have a think about what pack of paper you would like should you be a winner of the raffle prizes tonight. So we've got Masterfully Made, which is kind of like torn paper, kind of. It's very bright and colourful and kind of torn paper. That's from the annual catalogue, the main catalogue. So we've got a pack of that. We've got a pack of mixed gingham cottage. So this is all different colours and different styles of gingham paper in that one. And then finally, we've got a pack of the trusty toolbox, which is all tools and kind of mail designs. Not a bad job on the fringe, Jenny. So I met Val today in Aldi, and Val's not been very well, and Val is my hairdresser. And so I told Val, because she was looking very dubiously at my fringe, quite rightly because it was a mess, that I was going home to hack it with my craft scissors. Not bad, eh? Not bad. Thanks, Val. Yeah, so that's the third one. Anyway, back to the plan here. That's the third one, is the toolbox, trusty toolbox. So that's the 3 prizes when we do raffle tickets later on. Yeah, just have a think about which one you would like should you be a winner. Okay, I am going to turn the camera down as usual. You can say a quick wave hi to Mum and Evelyn on the way down. And look at my washing hanging on the arrows. I've just realised in the corner. And then you just have to bear with me a moment, because I've got some new lighting as well. So I just want to make sure I've got my lighting set up right. Hopefully it's going to give you less shadow and more light, I'm hoping. So, oh, thanks, Evelyn. She's turned one on for me. So here we go. Let's just change the camera around for a minute. Oh, there they are. Look. Wave. Hello. There we go. So let's just get that out of the way first and try and work out. Let's get my cup of tea out of the way. I don't think you do that in the picture, do you? And ooh, let's put the extra light on.
Is that too bright in your eyes?
I might need to go back a little tiny bit. Just want to get this all in the right place first before we get started here. Let's have a look. That's a bit better, I think.
Like looking at the sun.
Just bear with me a minute. Just waiting for the view to catch up on my screen so that I can see what you can see. Let's just go back a tiny bit more. I think that's a bit better. That's better. I want a whole sheet of grid paper in. That's much better. Okay, so this is the catalogue we're going to be using, the mini catalogue. Hopefully that's better light-wise. I'm not sure if it is or not, actually. So I hope it is. It's got a bit of shine on it. So yeah, this is the new catalogue that we're going to be using, and it's on, Be Mine is on pages 8 and 9 of the catalogue, if you want to have a look afterwards and see. And the stamp set that I'm going to be using for my projects tonight is from the Be Mine suite as well, and it's on page 10. So it's a stamp set and punch bundle. So instead of dies to go with it, you've got a punch, and it punches out 2 different sizes of heart. Evelyn's passing me the punch and throwing it at me, basically. So yeah, you've got, there you go, you've got the stamp set, loads and loads of little images, including, look, all these little faces that you can make from the, to put on the bee, which is really sweet. And then the punch, let's turn it up that way so you can see what the end of the punch, punches out the body of the bee, and then 2 different hearts. One of the hearts, the larger heart, not only makes a heart, but it also punches out the wings, which you can then colour in using the heart. So that's quite clever. And the little heart is that one up there, the kind of medium-sized stamp. You've also got like a little buzzy dotted line trail, and lots and different sentiments as well. So it's quite clever, quite cute. So that's what we're using tonight, is the Be Mine suite. So let's get that out. Wait a minute. So I'll show you the projects first. We've got 3 cards, as I said. And then we've got a cute little 3D pillow box as well that we're going to be playing with later. So as usual, we're going to make 3 of these projects together, and that's going to be all 3 cards. And then I will show you how to put together the box, but it's up to you to decorate it however you want with whatever you've got left over in your kit. One of the things will be this strip of paper, and also your ribbon will be left over. So the blue ribbon, so the crinkle ribbon. So you'll have those definitely. You've got the little petal pink dotted square, stitched square, and then you will have, I expect, some bumblebees and things left over as well. So, but you could decorate it however you want. Then I've deliberately chosen flower paper to go round as a belly band. So if you'd rather decorate it with flowers rather than bees, then you can. Okay, so we'll show you that one at the end, and I'll also show you some other ways to decorate that box as well. And I've got some other projects that I can share with you at the end as well, in case you're feeling inspired and would like thinking, what if I got the sweet share, what would I do with it? Well, I'll show you some examples. Okay, so we're going to make these 3 projects. I think we will start with the paper fold project first. So we're going to start with this one. So you're going to need your black piece of card as your card base. Let me see if I can find mine as we go along as well. So you're going to need your black card base, and you're going to need the piece of paper that looks like the one that I've got in the picture here, and you'll know it's the right one because it's got red flowers on the back. Look, so it's this piece of paper, and on the back are your red flowers.
Is it the one?
Okay.
I got one that's too big.
Yeah. Is it the one that's too big or the one that's?
It's good question. Is it the one that's too big or is it the other one? That is a very good question, and I think it is. I Have you got another piece that's the same pattern as that then?
Yeah, we've got.
Ah, okay, hold on then. Let me just see which one. Oh yes, we have, haven't we? We have got a second one in here. It is, let's just measure it and see. It's the smaller one. It's not the bigger one, it's the smaller. So you have got two pieces of this. This second one, the slightly bigger one, is for you to use to cut your bees out of. Okay, so it's the smaller piece of bee paper that's got the red flowers on the background is what you want, okay? Okay, so let's just shove that one out of the way a minute, put that one back. So those are the two things that you want to start with, okay? And what you're going to do is the usual. So you're going to fold and crease your black piece of card to make your card base to start with. Put that to one side. And then the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to cut this piece into 4 smaller squares. Okay, so you'll need a trimmer or scissors and a ruler or something to help cut this with. And I'm trying to remember now if I cut it. Oh no, I did cut it and then
3/4 inches.
Yeah, that's fine. Right. Okay, so you're going to cut it in half both ways. So in half top to bottom and in half side to side. So the piece measures 3 3/4 inches or 9.5 centimetres. So we're going to go, let's think, what's 9.5, Evelyn, divided by 2? This is good GCSE maths for her.
4 3/4.
Correct. So 4 3/4. So that you've got 2 longer pieces. And then you can actually put them together, one on top of each other.
2 3/4.
And they are 13.9 centimetres, Evelyn. So what's that divided by 2?
It's 2 3/4 inches. I know.
Come on, 13.9. You can do this. You can do this.
Is it 6 point?
It'll be 6.5, 6 3/4. 6 3/4 we'll go with. And this is all centimetres. Okay, so once you've cut them into 4 equal-ish squares, you then need to kind of reassemble them, if you like, before you do any folding. So you need to make sure that you've got the right bits matched with the right bits. So I need to find, let's work this out. We need to match together any wings, and you can see this is going to be more challenging. There we go. That one goes with that one. And that one goes, nope, not with that one. Nope, this side I think. There he is. That one goes there and that one goes there. There we go.
What was the long side? 6
3/4. Of course, there is an alternative, slightly easier way that you can just fold the piece of paper in half and in half again, and then cut down those score lines if you want to, if you prefer. But that's the first bit that you need to do is to work out your 4 squares, and then when you place them on top of your black card, without gluing them down at this stage, do not glue them down. You need to make sure that your picture all matches up, obviously. We don't want half a bee in the middle or anything like that, or with a bee with 3 eyes or something. And you also need to just check that you will have a black kind of window pane, if you like, so a black cross between those 4 pieces of patterned paper. Okay. Now, my suggestion would be that you leave them on the card front, not glued down, and take them off one at a time and fold the corners. And if you've got any grid paper, or if you've got a piece of blank paper underneath your card or on your table that you're working on, then that's ideal, because you'll get a better, neater more uniform corner fold if you've got something to fold against. And I'll show you what I mean in a moment. But let's just get to the point where everybody's got all 4 pieces cut, and you've worked out what, you kind of put them back together as a pattern, if you like, so that we've got no bees with 3 eyes or anything down the middle or whatever. So once you've done that bit, if you want to give me some thumbs up.
Yeah.
Which is what?
Like 4, 2 and a bit.
Mum and Evelyn are still trying to work out their measurements on the other side of the table. But I don't want to go racing ahead before people are ready. Right, I've got 1 lot of thumbs up. That's great. Yeah, some more thumbs. Oh, more thumbs up. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Good. Okay, that's good. Right, okay. So I'm going to take 1 piece at a time and show you how to do the corner fold. So I'm putting it over onto my grid paper. And actually what I am going to do is I'm going to mark with a pen, if I can find a pen. You got a pen, Evelyn? I can borrow a pencil. I'm going to mark where the corner of my, thank you very much, where the corner actually is on my grid paper. So I know these are the lines that I'm lining it up against. And for me, because I've got the squares on the grid paper, but you could equally measure this if you were doing it on a piece of plain paper. Bernie's struggling to find your thumbs up. I love it. Couldn't find the thumbs up. Then you can measure across if you want to, okay? But I'm going 3 squares on my grid paper. So 3 squares across, 3 squares down, and I'm going to put my piece of paper up against that kind of corner, and that is where I am then going to fold from 3 squares along and 3 squares down, and just crease it with my thumbnail because it's only patterned paper, so it's easy to do. And I'm going to do that with each of my pieces of paper using that same pattern, so 3 squares up, 3 squares along for each of the corners, and that will make sure I get the same triangle fold on each corner. So I'm just going to take the next one,
make sure
fit it
you
in.
have the right corner, because
Yeah, exactly. And that's why if you put it onto your black card first, you will make sure you're folding the right corner in the right direction. So this one needs the bottom right. So I'm putting it on up here on my square, and again I'm going to go 3 up and 3 along to make sure that I get a uniform triangle. And in a minute I'm going to stick these down, these corners, but for the time being I'm just folding them. The same bottom left is bottom left corner. So again, 3 up, oops. Let's line it up. Don't need to hold the pencil at the same time, that would be helpful. So 3 up and 3 along, or a centimetre or whatever it is you've decided is how yours is going to work. There we go. And then the final one, top left. And this is why, to be honest with you, I absolutely love grid paper. I don't think I could manage without it in my life. It's brilliant, because it just means you can measure without needing to use a ruler and a pencil all the time. And there, straight away, you've got 4 identical triangles, which is really great. And then you can open it up and start sticking the bits and pieces down. So, Mum's just folded the wrong corner. That's no good.
Did the top instead of the bottom bit.
So I'm going to use wet glue. I'm just putting a dab of glue underneath each of the corners to start with. Just a small dab. In fact, those dabs might be even a bit too big. And just stick those down, hopefully without it oozing out, before I then stick them to the actual card front. If, like me, you think you might have put too much glue on incidentally, then push the glue back towards the inside of your fold instead of pushing it to the outside edge. And if you have, so there, if you can see there, I've got a tiny bit of oozing glue, then I am just going to wipe it away, and then once it's dried, I will use a glue rubber remover to try and, if there's any residue that's still stuck there, but hopefully there won't be. You just need to reinforce those creases as well with your thumbnail. So rather than spreading the glue this way, I'm going to spread the glue that way into the crease. A little bit of glue residue there as well, so let's get rid of that one as well. The great thing about multi-purpose liquid glue is it's just school glue. It's just PVA, so you can really easily kind of dry it on your hand and rub it off. So there we go. And then all you need to do is actually stick these down. So you can use whatever glue you want, obviously, at that point. So I'm going to go back to my trusty seal, as I now have replaced my empty stocks after Christmas. So I find that's the quickest, personally. Who would think it was such a fiddly card when you look at it? But it is a brilliant way of using paper where you love both sides of the pattern paper. Because on this card you get to see both sides of it, which is what you want. So you start with one and make sure that you've got that equal border on both sides, and that you've got, you need to obviously make sure that you line up the top and bottoms of your window panes, so to speak. Same on this one at the bottom. Or you stick it fast to make sure it's all lined up. And like I said, if you've got any oozing glue, then using a glue rubber is the best way. So let me find my glue rubber. I've actually got a new one. And we'll use that to get rid of any excess. If you've not seen a glue rubber before, it's this kind of, what's like galvanised rubber almost. But you can just rub it across the edges where you get a bit of glue adhesive kind of poking out, and it just removes it for you. It removes it without leaving any stickiness behind, which is the main bit that you want. So really, really easy. There we go. And then you can fold it down. If you want the glue rubber, there it is. And then all you need to do is to add any sentiment that you want in the centre there. Now I'm going to tip out my bag and see if I did put any scraps of red in here, or whether, I don't think I did, but I might be wrong. See if I can find a scrap of red. I may have to delve into my spare bits to find a scrap of red, I think. No, I don't think there's any scraps in here. So I might have to do my... You haven't got any scraps of red either. Okay, so that's fine then. I'm not imagining it. No. No, okay. Ooh, I seem to have 2 red cards. Oh, that's right. I've got 2 red... need 2 red card bases. Don't mind me. Okay, so So the only thing left to do would be to print a sentiment to go in the middle there, which, so mine's got Be Mine, and one of your little hearts, your little raised hearts that come in your pack as well. So I'll leave you to finish that one a moment. And while you're finishing it, if you can fish around inside your pack and find your raffle ticket, then we'll have a raffle prize while people are just finishing those off. So where's my raffle box? Here we go. Let's see what we've got in here. Make sure these tickets are all single, not on top of each other, especially now we know that Sally's found her ticket. Okay, so first raffle prize goes to number 478. So if you're 478, let me know, and let me know which paper you'd like as well. Remember, there's 3 packs of paper. We've got the tools, the gingham, or the masterfully made, which was the torn paper one. If you're watching on the replay, and either on YouTube or on Facebook, you can still win your prize as long as you let me know by this time next month. So by next month, i.e. February's monthly card club, which is on the 29th of February, incidentally, I need to know that you had that right, that prize ticket number. Hi Jenny, that's me. Could I have the tools one, please? You absolutely can, Liz. Let me write your name on here. And guess what? I'm going to see you this weekend, Liz, so I'm going to give it to you this weekend as well. So that'll be handy, won't it? There we go. There's the tools paper for you. Let me just find some tape to stick it on with. Wonderful. There we go. The tools paper is yours. Fabulous. Okay, how are people doing? How are you getting on? Everybody managed the corner folds and managed the sticking down to create that kind of window pane effect? Oh, got some thumbs up, that's good. You're welcome, Liz, you're very welcome. Just pause and have a slurp of my tea while people are finishing that bit off. Give me some thumbs up when you're done. And if you are, oh lovely, brilliant, thumbs up, fabulous. Once you're finished, if you're an early finisher, then we're going to be doing this one next. With the little honeycomb paper and the red ribbon. And so you will need some stamped image and or a sentiment to go in the middle here. Now, obviously you could leave the white piece empty and add something at a later date if you want to. But if you know what you want to put in the middle, then now's the time to grab it. I've used the matching coordinating red ink. So the colours for this suite are Sweet Sorbet is this red. So I've used the Sweet Sorbet ink on mine. And then there's Daffodil Delight is the yellow, black obviously, and the white obviously. And then you've also got Petal Pink is the kind of pinky, peachy colour. Okay, so this is the one we're going to be doing next. So let's move the folded paper one out of the way. And let's see what we're going to need for this one. So you are going to need a red card base, which looks like, if I can get it out, there we go, like that. You are going to need your piece of honeycomb patterned paper. So it looks like this on the side that we're going to use, and on the other side there's lots of greenery with your bees, but it's that side that we're going to use. You're going to need your piece of, your strip of patterned paper that's got very tiny bees running back and forth across it, and lots of the little dotted line tails as well. And it's got the red love hearts on the back. So I guess you could use it the other way around. Oh, hi, Amber. Glad you could join us. Glad you got back from work in time. That's brilliant. So we're going to use that strip as well. We're also going to use this piece of sweet sorbet ribbon that's got the white binding on it. And then you've also got a die cut piece that looks like this, which has got the stitching around the outside. And I don't even know what shape this is. I have absolutely no idea what to call that. What shape is this, Evelyn?
Coffin.
A coffin. Oh, there's helpful. Mum says it looks like a coffin. It's a coffin shape. So
An irregular hexagon.
apparently the technical term is an irregular hexagon. But if you've got a piece of white card that looks like a coffin, that is what you need. There you go.
It doesn't look like a coffin.
I should say at this point as well, you will have in your kit 2 strips of these little shapes that are part of the suite. And everybody has got a different 2 strips. So there are 4 colours in the pack. Amber says it's a hexagon, thank you. There are 4 colours in the pack of little shapes, little stick-ons. And so you will have 2 of the 4 colours. So everybody's got kind of 2 different ones, okay? So everybody's got either a red or a pink. And your second colour will be a blue or a yellow to go with it. Okay, so you've got those. You can basically stick those on at will whenever you feel like it. Okay, on any of the projects basically. So start with the card base like normal. We're going to fold that over and crease it just like we always do. But then you're going to put that card base out of the way for the time being, because you need to work on the paper on its own first before you stick it to the card front, okay? So first things first, we're going to stick the Busy Bee patterned paper across the front and across the middle of your hexagons. And you will notice that I cut it for ease for me rather than for ease for you, which means that it is too long, it overlaps. So if you just line it up with one of the edges, stick it down and then trim off the side, because it does need to match the same size as your hexagons in order to fit on your card. So just level up one side. A bit of hair stuck to my ribbon there we go. And then trim off the excess. There's not really, I'm just eyeballing this. I've still got a bit of hair stuck to me. I'm just eyeballing this. I'm not really counting hexagons and half hexagons or anything like this, but obviously, depending on how precise a crafter you are, you might want to measure the width of the pattern paper so that you're making sure that you are getting it in the centre, obviously, but it depends how much of a fussy crafter you are, really. I have to be honest, I'm not that much. I think bespoke means that it should occasionally not entirely match up. But just trim the excess off the side there. And then the next thing to do is to wrap your ribbon around. Now, depending on how, what should we say, how stingy you are, let's be honest, you can either literally wrap your ribbon around your card and tie a knot, in my case, or a bow if you want to, or if you are slightly more stingy, then you can make it just a stray piece of hair that is determined to stick. Then you can tie a knot and then cut the ends so that it just lies flat and you've just got a little bit wrapping around, a little bit overlapping. So, and then you'll have a bit of the red ribbon spare, but I'm just going to do it for ease right now. So I'm going to tie a knot, not a bow. Just make sure that your paper isn't curled up. That is one very important bit. And then I'm just making my knot, and then I'm just going to slide it so that it is towards the outer edge. Doesn't matter if, like mine, it's twisting a little bit, because when you put a coffin shape, aka the hexagon, over the top, it will flatten the ribbon down. So I'm just manipulating it over a little bit so that it's right over against the side. And then that bit is now ready to stick on your card front. Okay, so when you're happy that you've got enough space for your white die cut to go over your knot, you know, you've got your knot in the right place so that it's not going to be underneath your white piece of card, that white die cut shape, then you can stick the back of this and stick that ribbon in place so that it doesn't move when you then put it on your card front. So for that task, I am going to use a bit of tape when Evelyn gives it to me back. Oh, there you go. She's just stolen my tape. Just to keep that, I use this just to keep the ribbon in place so that it doesn't move around, because I know that I've got it in the right place. And then I can still use tape or glue or whatever I want to use, seal or whatever, on the rest of it, but those two bits of tape just keep it in place, and I'll lift those off kind of at the last minute, if you like, when I'm So I just peel these off right before I stick it down. Get rid of the backing. Let's get the hexagon out of the way. In fact, let's have a bit of a tidy up here. It's getting a bit of a mess. Okay. And then I always open my card base up before I stick anything to it, so that you don't get that bounce back when your card's folded, where you can see it floats up and bounces back at you. So when you're trying to stick it down, you're fighting with the bounce back as well. So I always open my card front and put it down flush on the table, and then it's much easier to line up whatever it is you're sticking down and know that you're not going to get any curling or creasing or anything in the paper. Okay, so I'm going to leave my knot as it is with the long ends. I'm not going to take them off yet. I'm going to leave cutting and trimming those until the very last step. Okay, so I'm just going to pause there a moment while people are catching up. And then I'm going to do some stamping on my hexagon shape. So I will find out some ink and things while I'm waiting. So I'm going to be using this one, Sweet Sorbet. And let's have a look at what blocks I'm going to need. I'm going to need that one for the You're As Sweet As Honey. I've got a little trick to show you about that one as well, and probably a little block for the hexagons. So I'm going to use some things from the stamp set that comes with the sweet. And if you're astute, you will have noticed that You're As Sweet As Honey is not curved as it is in my example. So I will show you how to rectify that in a minute. So we're going to have the honeycombs and the You're As Sweet As Honey from the set. Okay. But I'll just hang on while and let everybody catch up. And give me some thumbs up when you're at the point of wanting to stamp and go forwards. And then I can show you how I got my You're As Sweet As Honey to do a little curve there. Because it is, I think it's pretty clever. Evelyn's drinking bubble tea, and that's the slurping you can hear. It's not the drains, it is actually the fact that she's sucking bubbles up the bubble tea straw. And making plenty of noise about it. Yeah, got a few thumbs up, that's great. Okay, I'm just going to have a little tidy up a minute here. It's got seem to have glue and scissors everywhere. Okay, so I'll show you how to get this image to curl a little bit. So as you can see, if I put it the wrong way on the block, you've got You're As Sweet As Honey is just a straight stamp, which is lovely. But because it's photopolymer, what you can do is you can bend it as you stick it on the block. So if I just give it a little curl as I stick it on the block, when I turn it over, hopefully you can see, it's now coming out with a little wiggle on it, which makes it just a little bit more interesting. So I'm going to ink it like that. And you can do this with any photopolymer stamp. I'll stamp it so you can see. It will come out with a little wiggle on it. So I am going to stamp that pretty much in the middle of my white card. Pass that over a moment. And then I'm just going to add some hexagons top, some little honeycombs top and bottom, and then that's the result that you get. Clever, huh? I think it's really clever. I am easily pleased, to be fair. Just turn it around, there we go. But you can do that with any photopolymer stamp. So let me show you another one. That's obviously, it works best with stamps that are quite long, but if I show you with the little kind of buzzy bee tail bit. So you similarly, it's easier to put it straight onto the block, but you could curl it round so that the bees come in from pretty much any direction you want. You could almost put another little twist in the end if you wanted to. As it sticks as you add it to the block, so you can have it kind of curl round on itself if you want to. So it's quite clever, really. It's really useful when you're stamping things like stems for flowers, that kind of thing, because you can have the stem then come in whatever direction you want it to come from, which is quite useful. Okay, so then I'm going to add that to the card front. I want the ribbon to sit flush underneath though, so I am going to put it on 3D pads, and I'm going to add 3D pads in the top and bottom corners. So one there. These are just ordinary dimensionals, one at the top, one there. And then I just add another one just a bit further down as well, because I don't want a saggy sentiment. I want it to stand out. So I've got like a little channel in the middle here, which the ribbon's going to run through. Just take the backs off those. There we go. And I'm just going to lie that flush down on the top. There we go, lovely. And then I feel comfortable at this point then trimming my ends off of the ribbon, because now I know kind of how long I want it to be. So I'm quite happy now that I've got that the right length, a little bit longer ends than my original card. And you can also at this point go to your extra bees, so these bees, and cut anything out that you want to. So let me just let's have a look. What have you done, Mum?
Messed mine up.
Turn it over. Turn it over and go again.
Which one can we get?
So you've got two pieces to cut them out from. So you've got a little strip with some honey pots on, and it's got kind of red swirly bits on the back. But you've got two pieces with the red swirly bits on the back. So it's the smallest bit that you want to cut any honey pots out of. And then the other piece of red flower paper on the back, you've got lots of little bees, so you can cut a bee from there. So I'm going to cut this one at the top here. And cutting these bees, I know that there are people who are in the room virtually who don't like fussy cutting. You don't need to be too precise with them. I am going to go in a big circle around the flower head, for example. I am not going to go down each individual petal because that seems like a trauma I do not need tonight. I am going to go around the antennae of the bee in one complete loop. I am not going to go down each individual antennae. And I am going to go round. The wings are really easy to go round. They don't take much effort at all. And fortunately, going down to the kind of little bee stinger, you can just kind of go snip off the end and then come back up the other side really easily. Remember what we always say about fussy cutting as well. If you hold the scissors at 45 degrees, so not vertical, not vertical, but at 45 degrees, and move the paper, do not move the scissors. So all you're doing with the scissors is opening and closing them. And then what that does is it prevents you from getting the little teeth marks that you often get when you're cutting paper with really sharp scissors. And it also means you get a beautiful, clean line. So I'm just going to add that little bee, and I'm just going to also cut out a little honey pot to go with it as well. And Alexander's now come in. Don't you love children? And has decided he's going to boil the kettle, so I'm hoping you can still hear me.
They can't hear it, it's fine.
I think my family seem to have forgotten what card club's like. There we go. The honey pots are really quick to cut out, actually. And again, like I said before, don't be too fussy about cutting around the string on the top of the honey jar. You don't need to go too fussy about it. You really don't. It's absolutely fine to kind of not be, desperately neat about it. Okay, and then just a top tip to kind of bring a whole design together. If you've got extra little bits like this, what you ideally want is that they overlap several elements of your design so that it pulls everything together. If you've got it just on the top of your piece of white card, it looks a bit too isolated and it won't pull the design together. So you just need to, I would suggest, overlap several elements. So I'm going to put this jar of honey overlapping the white card, the little bee paper, and onto the honeycomb behind. Excuse me. And the same with the other bee with the little flower. I'm going to have it kind of hanging off the edge, if you like, of the white card, so that it overlaps the honeycombs and the little strip of extra bee paper, so that it pulls the whole design together. So I'm going to use mini dimensionals so that I can be really precise about where I place these little images. I saw your comment, Amber. Amber's disgusted that I've started fussy cutting again. I pop out for barely a minute and you start fussy cutting. I'm so sorry. I know it's your favourite hobby. Mum's saying she loves it. She loves fussy cutting. So all you need to do is send all your fussy cutting round here, Amber, and she'll do it for you. There we go. So just hanging those bees off the edge. Now, this one's moving a little bit, so I'm going to have to put a little blob of glue behind his wings there, if I can find it. Evelyn, have you got the wet glue? Oh, there it is. Thank you. So I'm just going to put a little retrospective dot behind his wings. so that he sits nicely on top of the card layer there. There we go. And obviously at this point, if you then want to add some of those little hearts and flowers and stuff, you know, add anything like that as well if you want to. So I've got a few little bits here. I'm going to add my red ones, I think.
Which bit are you? Oh, yeah.
So I'll put, let's see, a little red heart there, a flower there, and a little heart down the bottom here. Just a couple, pulls it all together. There we go. So that's my You're As Sweet As Honey card. So while you're finishing that one off, let's have another raffle prize.
I can cut out of that.
Yeah.
I'll cut it and then find I shouldn't.
No, use that one. Use that one.
Oh, okay.
So let's have another one. Let's have this one. It is number 488. If you're 488, tell me which paper you would like. We've got the gingham or we've got the masterfully made torn paper patterns. So whoever that one is, tell me if it's you and what paper you would like. Is that either of you? Have you got your raffle tickets? No. No, it's not in the room, I'm afraid. Not in our room here, anyway. Yeah, so 488. Like I said before, if you're watching on the replay and 488 is your number, then do let me know. You will still win a prize as long as you tell me before next month's card club. So before February the 29th, I need to know. And if you can tell me before then you will still win. Okay. Okay, we'll put 488 to one side for a moment. If you come back and remember that 488's yours, let me know. Okay. So we've got a bit of fussy cutting going in the room. If you've finished online, give me some thumbs up and let me know how you're doing. Who is crafting tonight? Is everybody crafting along live, or are some people watching and then gonna craft later? We've got one speedy person who's, two speedy thumbs up. Oh, Carolyn's crafting, Liz is crafting. Fantastic. Sally's crafting. Oh, loads of crafters, that's really good. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. That's good. Wonderful. Okay. I'll just give you a chance to finish that one off. And what I will show you while you're doing that is how to put together your box. So that's this little chap here. I will show you how to put him together. So you will have, and Bernie's crafting, brilliant. So you will have one box piece like this. They come in a packet like this, and you get, they're called square pillow boxes, and you've got 10 in a packet. So 10 boxes in a packet. And Amber's just got as far as opening the envelope but didn't win the prize. Okay, cool, that's fine. You can obviously catch up at another time. So let me just have a quick look and see if I can find the price for you of the pillow boxes. Liz, I was thinking about you when I got these pillow boxes, because I was thinking that these are a very similar size to the ones that we had previously, and they might fit soaps and things in. I was thinking, I know you were asking about ones that would fit a soap in. So square pillow boxes, pack of 10 for £7.50, and they are in the back of the catalogue if you're interested, in the back of the mini catalogue. Okay, so I will show you how I have found through trial and error is the easiest way to fold these. So basically the pillow box is got lots of semicircle kind of score lines to fold, okay? And you need to fold every single one of them. Have a go, brilliant, yeah. Let me know how you get on, Liz. I'd love to know if the soaps fit inside them. So you need to fold every single one of these score lines before you take off the sticky pads and stick it together, okay? Now, I have found that you could go from one corner to the other corner, but I found if you go up underneath and push in the middle, then that is how it folds easiest. And then you can kind of pinch the ends, if you like. And so you can do this all the way around. So all I'm doing is I'm putting my fingers up underneath the middle of the curve. So I'm pulling down with my thumb and pushing up with my finger. So pushing up with my fingers and pulling down on the flap with my thumb. And that is how you get that curve without tearing the ends, because that's the most challenging bit, is to create the curve without tearing the corners, which is very easy to do, let me tell you. So pushing, and you need to do the curves kind of the right way around as well. So pushing, I'm pushing from underneath over the top of my fingers, but pushing in the middle of the curve, not at the edges. And then as you work your way around, you will find that you've got a little pillow box created. Once you press the curves, you can then start to get the edges sharper as well. So, and when you've pressed all of your curves, you will see that with the sticky pads on the inside, you can then start to see how it actually goes together. So it's opened like that and just push them together. Yeah. And then once you've actually removed the sticky pads and stuck the sides down, where you've got that little thumb curve, that's where you open it and put your goodies inside, whether it's sweets or whatever. And Evelyn, while I've just been showing you how to fold it and nothing else, Evelyn has completely made and decorated hers.
Oh no, I did it in the breaks. I managed to figure it out in my brain.
So here we go. That is Evelyn's. Look at that. Isn't that cute? That's my effort. This is this bee is much bigger because it's the stamped version of the bee. But these little ones she's cut from the paper. How cute is that? And added some little of those little flowers as well. Aren't they sweet? So yeah, okay, let's move those cards out of the way now. Okay, so you start off with your flat template, your flat piece here, and you're pushing up from underneath and pulling down with your thumb at the same time, and then you will have your box shape. Now, when you come to taking the sticky pads off, what I have also discovered, in fact, I discovered this last week when I was doing my, not last week, a couple of weeks ago, when I was at Kerry's Cards and having a lovely time, having a crafty afternoon with Mum and Kerry and all of her other lovely ladies. It was really nice. But what we discovered is actually you need to hold the box together. So you need to hold it in that kind of closed format and lift the flap and just peel one bit off at a time, and then put that one down, pull it together, and then smooth it and stick it, and then turn it over, lift the flap up, pull the peel off, tape, and push it together as you stick, because it's really quite strong tape, quite a strong kind of adhesive pad, and you just want to make sure that you don't kind of stick it too soon, if you like, and you don't line up your edges or anything. But yeah, they're really cute, aren't they? And then, like I say, you just pull the thumb holds and you've got loads of space inside to put goodies inside. Okay. So in terms of decorating, it's this strip of paper that you've got for decorating. Plus you have a piece of crinkle ribbon and this little petal pink die cut piece. And then anything else that you want to add. So any of the little excess bees, your little shapes, any stamping you've got from home, anything else that you want to add, you can add whatever you like. Obviously you can do that side as well if you prefer. So all you do to actually stick this down is just to, let me get it the right way up. It's just to bend it around the box whilst holding it down at the same time, and then cut off the excess before you stick it. So when you know you've got the top and bottom sides level, what I usually do is when I'm doing any kind of box belly bands is fold it back on itself so you can see where to trim off. Take it off and trim it and then stick it. I always just trim it with scissors. I don't bother to put it on the trimmer because that seems like a bit of a faff to me, to be honest. And then what I usually do is I'll stick tape or seal or whatever on one end to hold it in place first. Let's do this end actually. And peel it off. And then go back to where you originally kind of had it stuck. And then just tape the ends. I don't bother to tape it all the way round because A, I think that's a bit of a waste of tape, and B, it stops it from moving around a little bit, and sometimes you do need to wiggle it a bit to get it exactly where you want it to go, to get the sides, the edges to line up and everything. So I think if you don't stick it all the way down, you just stick the start and the finish, then you're much more likely to get a better shape. So that's how you stick that round, and then you're going to add your ribbon, and you've got loads of this blue ribbon as well, so you know you might be able to do a double bow or all kinds of things, or you've got some left over that you could then make some tags or whatever with if you want to. So that's your little box, and get rid of those in a minute. So that's easy. And then your final card is this red one. So I'll show you, let's do that one next. So for this final card, you're going to need your red card base. You're going to need your larger piece of squiggly red paper, which has got honey pots on the back, but I'm going to use it squiggly side up. You've got a black coffin shape, aka hexagon, a red stitched rectangle and a white stitched rectangle, and those two layer on top of each other. Okay, so while you're getting those bits out, and you're also going to need some stamps and ink, or another little buzzy bee cut out or whatever to be able to kind of pattern that paper as well. While you're getting those out and getting those bits ready, I'm going to show you where all these stitched shapes have come from. If I can just find the die cut set a minute. So this has become one of my go-to die sets already this year. So this is from the main catalogue, the annual catalogue, and these are called the Nested Essentials dies. So here are our coffin shapes, aka hexagons, at the top here. And you get 4 of each, and then you've got rectangles, and then this one is going to be part of our spring retreat. We are going to do something with these little cute stitched and these are double stitched actually. They're like pennant kind of shapes, so I think these are going to make great little banners and things like that, or little flags for tops of cakes, or all kinds of things. We're going to have some fun with these at the spring retreat, which is on the 10th of March. It's a Sunday. It's here in Lechlade in person. And as it is Mothering Sunday, I am offering a special offer that you can bring anybody you like with you. So if 2 of you come together, and you'll both get a free gift, and you'll also get a voucher to give you money off your next workshop that you sign up with me. And that could be a monthly card club like this. Your choice. So yeah, so these are called the Nested Essentials dies. That's where all the shapes have come from tonight that we've been using. Okay? So let's start with the stamping this time, shall we? So let's put the rest of the card components to one side. Let's put the card on the top so people can see what we're doing. And I've got my rectangle in landscape, not portrait, but you could turn it around the other way if you wanted to, completely up to you. And I'm just going to stamp a few little bits and pieces. I've got all the colours from the suite. So the other colours from the suite, apart from Sweet Sorbet, are Lemon Lime Twist and what's the blue? Is it Pool Party? Pool Party blue, and then the Sweet Sorbet again as well. So I'm just going to add a few like little flowers and leaves and things, kind of coming in from the edges. And I need to add a little sentiment as well, so I just need to leave enough room for a sentiment. Excuse me. So there's the leaves if you want them. I think I want my sentiment next before I put my flowers on. Let's have a look. So I've got You Make My Heart Buzz. I think we'll go for Love You this time. And I know I've got plenty of space. Let's take a little flower off a minute. Stick that right in the middle. I think I might need to be able to see that a bit better to line it up.
Oh, that's nice.
Could have the Love You could be all over the place. There we go. That's fine. Can you clean that one for me, Evelyn, please? Thank you. And then I'm going to add some of the little Pool Party flowers as well. Just leaving this bottom corner here free to be able to put my little buzzy bee on in due course. There we go. Thank you very much. Okay, so once you've stamped whatever you're going to stamp on the white piece, you need to layer it up flat onto the red shape next. So this is just flat. I'm not 3D dimensionaling this because I'm going to 3D the black piece instead. And I don't want it to be so raised that I couldn't get it in the post if I wanted to send it. And then I'm going to stick that in the middle of the black piece. Just remembering that when you stick it to the black piece, that it will overlap a bit. So don't put too much tape or glue on it. That means that you end up with kind of glue over the edges. So if you turn it over, look, you can see. And if you're struggling to line it up, this is also a good tip. Turning it over so that your image is face down and then lining it up from the back often works better than lining it up from the front. So you can stick the black piece to the red piece instead of sticking the red piece to the black piece, if that makes sense. I think that does. Okay. And then you can start to build up your actual card base. So again, you're just folding and creasing that card front. And get the bone folder out again. Just give it a good sharp crease. And sticking your red squiggly bit flat down on the card, allowing a little border again, although it's not quite so visible this time because you've got the same colour, it's sweet sorbet all the way through, so obviously it's not quite so visible. And then this is where I'm going to add my 3D pads to the back of my black shape. So let's get some. And because this is quite a big shape, so I'm going to add quite a lot of foam on the back of this one. I'm not going to be stingy because I do not want it to. Don't want it to go floppy in the middle. Don't want a saggy middle. Using all the edges of the 3D dimensional pack as well. I cut them up, you can tear them apart. You don't waste any inch of the foam padding when you buy dimensionals. You use every inch of it. There we go. And that goes slap bang in the middle of the card. Now what you'll find is that the black shape will overlap the edges a little bit. That is okay, because it will still fit inside a standard envelope, I promise you. And then all that needs to happen now is to cut a little bumblebee out to go in the corner and add some of the little shapes, the little sticky back shapes. I can't remember what they're called. I'm going to find out what they're called because that's bugging me that I can't remember the technical name for them. They are called, let's have a look, they are called, what are they called? Adhesive backed hearts and flowers. Well, there you go. I thought they had a bit more of a fancy name than that, but apparently not. Adhesive backed hearts and flowers. So who's got a bumblebee over there that they're gonna, well, that's cute. Can I steal some bumblebee paper? Oh, thank you. Stealing a bit of Evelyn's bumblebee paper. There we go. That one will do there with the flower. He's a cutie, we'll have him. Thank you.
Stick it on mine too. Happy birthday.
So I'm just going to cut him out. Okay, so once everybody's finished their projects, and if you're making your projects later or over the weekend or whatever, don't forget that on Sunday night I'm going to be doing a prize draw for everybody who shares photographs of what they've made tonight or over the weekend or whatever. So I will put a post here in Facebook after this recording is finished tonight, and it would be really great if you could take a photo of your projects that you've made tonight, because everyone's is slightly different when they've used different sentiments or different flower stamps or whatever you've got. So I'd love to see what you've made, and it's really great to for everyone to share and see what everybody else has made. So if you would like to share a photo of what you've made, put it in the comments of the post that I'll put on here, and then on Sunday night I will draw a winner, and that winner will win some more free products. There we go. And I will post them to you. Or if you are local to me, then you can come around and collect them if you want. Okay, so I'm going to just add a couple more little stickies, couple of little hearts. Because they're cute. And I might add a little, I think I'll add a little blue flower to this one too, as I've got my blue flowers on the go. There we go. Couple of little hearts and flowers stickers. And that's the final card for tonight. Fab. Okay, so let's just bring in the rest of the projects, just so you can see what we made. If you are just joining and wondering what on earth is going on, where's the other ones? There they are. So these are the ones that we've made tonight. I'm just about cover them up there, see? There we go. I will take a photograph of what I've made, and I'm sure Evelyn and Mum will take photos of what they've made as well. While you're just finishing those off, we'll have one final raffle prize, and then I've got a few extra projects to share with you, so you can see what else you can make from this suite. And then if you really love it and you want to order the suite share this month, then do let me know. It's a share of the products, but it's only available until next Wednesday, and it's only available directly from me. So you will need to message me and let me know that that's what you would like. Okay, so final prize draw tonight is number 482. Who's got 482? Got a nick out of the corner as well. Why that is, but anyway, number 482. And if that's your raffle ticket, which paper would you like? We've got the gingham left, and we've got the masterfully made torn papers paper as well. So let me know which one you want. Meanwhile, I'll clear the decks and then I can show you some other projects made with this suite. Number 482, and don't forget we've also got 488 still as well, unclaimed. Don't forget, if you're not joining me live, you're on the record, then as long as you let me know by the 29th of February, you can still win those prizes. Okay, so let's start with a couple more cards. So I'm going to start with the cards that we made at, oh, thanks. Oh, Marion, it's you. In the interesting bright papers. Right, fabulous. That'll be the masterfully made then. They're yours. Okay, Marion. Oops, Marion. There we go. Where's the tape? Let's stick the tape on it. And I'm seeing you tomorrow as well. So I can give you this to you as well. So that's brilliant. Wonderful. There we go. Fabulous. Okay, so let's have a look. So let's start with the first card I'm going to show you is one that we made at Coffee Club this month. So my Coffee Club is a one card event via Zoom or live here at my house in the morning. You're welcome. It's kind of badged as a beginner's class, but actually we always make a fancy fold card. So this is the one that we made this month. So I've actually added a decorated envelope to mine as well and put a little bee on the front because you can cut out the bees and add them too. But then the card is a flap fold. So we go up and one side and another side. There we go. So that's the first one that we did. So that's really, really easy and really nice and great way again to showcase both sides of the paper. And then at Kerry's card making workshop, we also made this one. So this is using the wings of the stamp set, so the little bee wings, to punch out hearts, stamp and punch out hearts, and then bring them together into flowers, which is really sweet. And we also made this absolutely amazing, clever fold card. This is brilliant. Mum, can you remember what this one was called? Peekaboo card.
Yeah,
Peekaboo card. This is brilliant. You're going to be really impressed with this, I'm sure. So it's really pretty on the front, and it's got a little belly band which comes off. On the back is where you'd write your sentiment and your message and everything, because when you open up, it's a gatefold card, and when you open up the middle, try not to reveal it, watch, ta-da! How brilliant is that? Isn't that super clever? So do it again, look, because it's so brilliant. So gatefold, and then you go, ta-da, and out pops the little bumblebee. How cool is that? I love it. Anyway, it was really good fun making that. I really enjoyed it. So thanks, Kerry. It was fab. So I've got that one as well. And then Kerry had lots of other examples. So I did have a go at another card that she had on display. So we didn't make this at the workshop, but I made it when I came home. And that's this little one, the Be Mine, which I really like this one too. And again, this is using the wings of the bumblebee to make a sunflower, and using the honeycomb from the bumblebee set for the centres of the sunflowers. And if you remember from the inside of this clever card, there was a big circle cut out of the middle. Well, this is the circle cut in half. Clever, huh? I love it because you know what I'm like. I don't like wasting cards. So this was right up my street. It really was. And you're going to see this card later on again as well. It's going to pop up in a video later on, this probably next week. So you'll see. So that's those. And then we also did the decorated box. But instead of putting a belly band around it, we used the beautiful Sweet Sorbet ribbon to come around it. And we stamped on the edge of the box because these are white boxes. These are basic white. So you can stamp around them. You can just do random stamping, or you can do like we did and create a little garden of flowers around the edge, which is really cool and cute too. And then we added a little bumblebee tag as well. So lots of other ideas for what you can do with those papers. And as always, there are tons of ideas on Pinterest. Let me just turn the camera around a minute. Yeah, loads of ideas on Pinterest. So if you, you know, have excess papers or you want the sweet share, then you will have plenty of ideas as well. So the sweet share is half a pack of the patterned papers, 6 pieces of coordinating cardstock, then I think it's half a pack of ribbon and half a pack of the little shapes, the hearts and flowers shapes, and an ink pad of your choice. So if you don't have Sweet Sorbet already, or any of the other colours in the sweet, then you can add that on if you want to. So, and that there's no extra cost to that. You add the ink pad as part of it. Okay, so I've got 2 more quick things to tell you, and that is about next month's card making in general, really. So next month's card making, we're going to be using the Perennial Lavender Suite. I will show you because it is super beautiful. There you go, some cards up there, look. They're all Perennial Lavender on the shelf. Let me just get it up and show you. There it is. So, stunningly beautiful papers. Little paper butterflies already die cut in a pack for you. You're going to get a whole packet of those. Excuse me. Really pretty projects using all those beautiful purples that everybody said on the Facebook page they really love. And there are 2 kind of essential tools, if you like, that you're also going to need to complete the projects in the same way that I've completed the projects next month. So one of those is going to be the Wink of Stella pen, because the butterflies look absolutely gorgeous if you give their wings a little bit of a Wink of Stella, so a little bit of glitter glue. So you're gonna need a Wink of Stella. So if you're placing an order this month and your Wink of Stella's dried up or you don't have one, how could you not have one, frankly? You need one. But you're definitely going to need one next month. So that's one thing. And the other thing you're going to need is a mini blending brush, a little mini tiny blending brush. These come in a pack of 3. But in the sweet share for February, which is perennial lavender, obviously. You can ditch the ink pad if you want to and choose a mini blending brush instead. So if you don't have one of these, you could get it as part of the sweet share if you want to. They're fantastic for colouring things in. And we're going to be using the purples from the sweet, or any colour of your choice really. There's also greens in the sweet as well, crumb cake, and various other, berry burst I think is one of the colours as well in it. But we are going to be using the blending brush to colour in the wings of the butterfly, and then adding some Wink of Stella on top to make the butterfly shimmer. So if you need to top up your stock, then those are the two things I would go for absolutely essentially this month, or the sweet share and choose the blending brush. So that's great too. The other thing that's happening this week on the Facebook page, which you will get a notification about, is that so I already have a plan for February, perennial lavender, as I've said. The plan for March, I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I've already chosen a sweet for March. But for April, it's going to be over to you. So on the Facebook page, I'm going to be running a competition for a week for you to tell me what products you would like me to use during April for card clubs and for the sweet share. So there are going to be two different choices. There's a choice that's more aimed towards men, I would guess, and there's a choice that's aimed more generally for women, children, absolutely anybody. But there will be a competition running on the Facebook page, so look out for that, and let me know what you would like me to use in April. There will be two choices, like I've said. Okay, I think that's it. This weekend, some of you are coming to Devon with me. Yay! And I will try and share as many photos as I can of us being silly and having fun crafting and all the rest of it. And I will be online on Sunday night to draw prize winners from people who've ordered this month, and also anybody who shares photographs of their projects after tonight. Still plenty of time to order before Sunday. You can order online via the shop link at the top of the Facebook page, or via my blog or website or anywhere else. So thank you, Sally. We will have a great weekend, and bye bye everybody. Thanks for joining me. Bye.